Well, hello, beautiful people. Angela Renee with the Truth Serum. Yes, I love that name of the podcast brought to you by Angela Renee and Co. I am so excited to be here. As you can see, the title is 3D Ascension, 4D, 5D levels of consciousness. But we're not just talking about that, you guys. I've spent a couple of times already talking about these things, but now I'm just beginning a 9-part series. This is the intro, right? I have decided I'm going to cut these down, try to keep them to about 5 minutes, not including the intro and outro, okay? So that I can give you some tools that you can just kind of hit it and move it forward. So I'm excited to be here with you guys on the Truth Serum. Yes, that's what this is called, y'all. The Truth Serum with Angela Renee. I am your creative doula. What does that mean? That means I help you create and develop in the areas that speak to your innermost parts, right? Who you are, your purpose. I help you to, yes, I help you to level up. I help you to own it and to leap into your best self. That's what I do. That's my creative doula role. I help you give birth to who you are. And we know that we were created to be a creation, right? To create that God has given us, or the Most High has given us, or the universe, whatever you want to call your creator, is fine with me. But do understand that you are not here by accident. You are here on purpose, right? So the last couple of times, y'all, I've talked about this level of consciousness, 3D, 4D, 5D. So if you want to know more about levels of consciousness, it is your responsibility to go listen to those last few videos I did. I want you to understand that, but I can't spend every time doing that because it adds 5 minutes to the podcast. And I want these to be short and sweet so that coming into this holiday season or whenever you're listening to this, you are strengthened with the tools that you need, right? Because we are going to deal with getting unstuck to ascend. You are not just here by accident. You shall ascend to be your best self, okay? And fulfill the will of the Most High, of God, of the universe, right? Of Allah, you know, of the Creator. You're going to do. If you keep hanging out with me, you will get there. Some people don't want to deal with me because they don't want to be their best self. They don't want to have to change. And to be your best self, you got to embrace change. So I'm so excited about this. Again, I said I'm trying to keep these to 5 minutes, so I don't want to speak too long. But we are going to be talking about ascending in your ascension into all of your relationships. You're like being your best self. And one that you can't get away from is you. you can you can cut other people out your life, but you cannot cut yourself out. And that is why you need these tools. You need these tools so you can, yes, be your best self. And I want you guys to understand this because I want you to essentially stop hanging out in 3D. Okay. Go back to the old videos for that. Stop hanging out in 3D so you can embrace 4D. That's the work, y'all. That's where all the work is, right? So you can hang out and exist, right? And flourish in 5D or higher, right? 5D to 9D is what they give us. And again, this is just man's understanding of spirit, right? So these levels of consciousness, the names that are given, it's just what man is naming what is already. I have so much to talk to you guys about. Like my understanding of manifestation and my understanding of the Most High is just grown exponentially in the last 5, 6 months because I've just been dedicated to making sure that I become my best self, right? And I don't have a whole lot of time for this particular truth serum because I'm just supposed to be introducing what we're doing. So I'm going to move on. I'm going to move on to talk to you about the Ascension tools. You're going to get tools. I'm not going to say them all here because I want you guys to watch. And I also don't, I just don't like, I like to keep some things a mystery, but I do want to mention a couple of them because I'm so excited about them. I'm going to mention a couple tools. Gratitude. Y'all, gratitude. My first email says grateful to be at yahoo.com. That's my first one. I still look at it sometimes, but if you send me something there, I may not look at it for months. But I still keep it because it's the grateful to be. And I realize that I'm grateful to be, right? And just that fact alone. And then because I couldn't get that with Gmail, I had to put AJ grateful to be at gmail.com. That one I still look at sometimes, usually a couple times throughout the month. Um, and I have a whole new one, which is author Angela Renee at Gmail that I look at every day. But it was the grateful part that I didn't want to give up. So I didn't just stop using those emails. I said, no, I understand what it means to be grateful. I want to keep these active on some level. And so I do. But I understand what it means to be grateful and understand how to use those tools to build that into you. And it's a game changer for this because you guys know I'm a mindfulness coach. It's all about a mind. And you need to be in control. You, look at my eyes going, I'm big. Yes. You need to be in control of your mind. No one, no matter what you're dealing with, can take that away from you. Right? All right. So very important, very important, very important. I want to make sure you guys get that. Another, a little, I'm going to give you, y'all should know words, the power of words. But words don't just happen. Words come from thoughts because thoughts are things. So we're going to really talk about that in one of these podcasts over the next 9 weeks. This is being the first one. We're going to talk about that. And I want you to be able to leave that session no longer just speaking and thinking, but being intentional with everything. And you know, we're going to talk about intentionality. That always has to happen. We're going to talk about that. And we're going to talk about self-care. And I'm going to end that video with the real self-care because you need to understand what the real self-care is. So when you don't feel like doing all these things people say there's self-care, you have the understanding of what the real self-care is so that you keep up the self-care, right? We'll talk about that. All right. I'm going to end. Number 9 is going to be called It's All in the House. I'm gonna break some things down for you there. So that is me not telling you everything that we're gonna go over, me giving you some of the things just to encourage you to be intentional about 3D, ascension to 4D, and 5D. Y'all, it is not acceptable for you to remain at 3D. The only time we should be 3D should be something that is between us and God because a thought went there, but we checked it and we came out of it. It is not okay to be at a 3D level of consciousness. Yes, once in a blue moon, we'll go there. Like I was talking to a girlfriend of mine and we were talking about how we were joking. Sometimes we go there and clowning, right? Yeah, we touched a 3D moment, but it's with each other. We never would do that in front of people. We're not comedians and that's our livelihood, right? So we can't get away with it that way, but we can joke amongst ourselves because we know that it's harmless. We're not trying to hurt anybody. We are just being silly. So yeah, we'll dabble in a little bit to the 3D level of consciousness when we're joking, all right? And then there's times where you're watching a movie, whatever, and you go there for a moment, but you know it's just surface level. It's not deep, it's not something that you're doing regularly or that you are dependent upon, and it makes up who you are. So I can't wait, you guys, for us to really move into all of these amazing things. This is going to be probably the shortest video I've ever done. Let me get out of here, y'all, because I am ready to keep talking. Peace and love. I will see you next time. I promise every week these are going to hit for 9 weeks. I promise you. I promise you. I love you all so much. And I just want to see you be your best selves because we were created from love, y'all. And love can't wait. That's my conference that God has given me. I can't wait for the next one because God is so good. But peace and love, you shall ascend to 4D and 5D and beyond and become your best self. And I can't wait to connect with you. I cannot wait to connect with you. Y'all hear me? Yes, I am ready to go.